All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Omer with iVision, and have quite a few of you on the call today. I just ask once again, based on previous calls too, that just mute your phone so that if there's any noises, outside noises and stuff, it doesn't interrupt the call. And if you wouldn't mind, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, anything like that, you can use the chat bubble to send your messages there, and then we'll review that and answer any questions as they come up or at the end of the call. All right, let's get started. So today's call is going to cover a few topics. And those topics for today's call are we're going to have a brief presentation from Kyle with ByteHeist. ByteHeist is, and I hope I'm saying this the right way, Kyle will clarify, but it's an app-based mobile ordering system for restaurants and dining establishments. So he's going to talk a little bit about his technology and the opportunity that exists there for you to incorporate his technology into your offering and generate some additional revenue. We're going to talk about a Verizon wireless tablet offer. So in the past, we've introduced an offer from Sprint. We now have another offer available from Verizon Wireless. We're going to talk about recent acquisition that we made here and talk about how that affects everybody, and then just a few system updates, and then we'll be able to wrap up the call. So first, I want to kind of turn it over to Kyle for his presentation. While I'm making him the presenter here, I'll just give you a little background on Kyle. 2 years ago, we made an acquisition, a company called Surefly Mobile, which was one of our licensees, one of our resellers based out of Florida. And Kyle was actually their lead guy. He was the one that administered all the marketing collateral, all the training material. Actually, Kyle was Juliet. So I think, Juliet, you're on the call. But before Juliet came on, it was Kyle. And Kyle actually trained Juliet on the system and how to use everything. So Kyle is not only very familiar with our technology, but he's been able to kind of spin off from Surefly and go start his own entity, ByteHeist. So he's going to take us through a brief presentation today and talk a little bit about how his technology works, how it compares to other ordering systems. And Kyle, I'll let you take over. Everybody should be seeing his screen, I believe.
Great. And you are saying it right. It is ByteHeist. Very nice. And like Omer said, I've been in the industry a long time. I started in the SMS industry in college. I love the technology. I spun off when I realized the need in the restaurant industry. The big companies like the Panera Breads and the Starbucks were spending hundreds of millions of dollars on online ordering technology, not only just on the web, but also in mobile. And so I thought restaurants needed an opportunity to compete. And so ByteHeist was born. Initially, it was a app-based service. So I would build a mobile application for each restaurant. But as the years have gone by, we realized that 99% of orders come through the web. As long as your Google listing is set up to filter to your new online ordering system, most of the orders go through the web. And so we've pivoted. We do offer mobile application development, but it is an optional piece of our service. And so we want to be a restaurant technology partner. ByteHeist, in essence, is the ability for any restaurant to grab our services. Let me okay this real quick. Oh, it's not letting me allow this person to join. Jason Barnes.
Oh.
Hold on one second. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Our service will work with any restaurant. We do not integrate with their point of sale system because integrating with softwares like that can be a bear. And in order to make it affordable, think of us as like a modern day fax in order. We are plug and play with any restaurant. We are not a delivery service. We will not facilitate the delivery. One of the main reasons is those companies aren't profitable and they don't plan on being profitable for many years. And we just wanted to be the software behind it. We are a non-commission-based service, so we do not take a piece of every order, much like every other service out there. And again, I've been in the SMS industry for a while. Why you should consider online ordering, and this gets us to the reason of why I'm even on the call. Restaurants need help. Your services that you provide to your restaurants are offered because restaurants need help. Small restaurants need help. It's not the big restaurants that need the reseller to go and sell them on text messaging. It's the small mom and pop. And so customers are demanding online ordering. We're seeing a growth of about 30 to 40% each restaurant month over month. 60% of Domino's revenue comes from digital, online, and mobile ordering. The CFO of Pizza Hut said people choose convenience over quality. And with online ordering, it's not something where you put in place and you hope to be able to quantify the results later. Most customers generate their first order the very first day they post their online ordering system with Google. Some clients, Metro Deli's been active 3 months. They have an average of 315 orders per month. That's an average revenue of about $37.75. And order growth month over month is 29%. Steve O's Pizza, definitely one of our top clients, only been in business 2 months with us. At about 185 orders, they average $4,800 coming in through the system per month, and their growth is about 34. Why consider Bite Heist? We're plug and play. Any of your restaurants are potential customers for Bite Heist. Think of us as the modern day fax in order. And so if the restaurant was to happen to have a fax machine, it would just print out an order that was placed. We do the same thing. Our system, once an order is placed, we print out an order with our custom printing printer. We are the lowest cost in the industry. We pay commissions twofold for every new customer and a per order commission. We are working to get an opt-in consent for text campaigns so we can work with you guys with iVision. And we include marketing material. Because our pricing model is per order, we're incentivized to help the restaurant order more. Here's an example of a launch packet. Business card flyers. We can do table tents and posters. We also give them graphics so they can use on their social media. Some of the best things they can do, not only the Google My Business listing, but is social media posts, and all of that is included with the setup cost. And some future development. We are starting development on a kiosk. And just like McDonald's and Panera, this will be a tablet app used for kiosk ordering. They can mount the tablet on the wall or put it on a stand. All orders placed will be printed just like any online orders right at the kitchen. It's perfect for fast food. You've probably read McDonald's rolled out a bunch of these all over the country. Fast casual, Panera Bread spent about $140 million developing their technology. Delis are great. We're talking with a deli association that is based out of grocery stores so they can place their order, do their shopping, and pick it up later. Hotels and stadiums are also great opportunities. Our normal retail pricing is $49 a month flat to the restaurant. We charge 95 cents per order, but that gets charged to the customer. And the setup fee is $4.99 with the printing setup, or $1.99 with the tablet. We charge the 95 cents to the customer, and so the restaurant's cost never goes up. It's only $49. We never penalize them for doing better. But with iVision, we have special pricing and a commission. You can charge the restaurants $39. We'll give you $10 a month off that. The 95 cents per order will give you a 25-cent per order commission ongoing. And the setup for you guys is $3.99 with the printer, $1.99 with the tablet, and you can see the commission is $100 or $50 there. For context, if you were to bring a customer like Metro Deli to the right, it have made you an extra $79 a month just for the introduction. There's no service that you actually do. We service the client, and Steve O's Pizza would have made you an extra $46. And again, these are clients in their infancy. Final thoughts. The average Bite Heist restaurant recoups their investment within the first month, and we think this is a great opportunity to leverage your relationships to keep providing good technology to your restaurants. That they can then quantify to determine, hey, this is actually putting money in my pocket. And so that's it. If you have any questions, this is my contact information. Omer can definitely send you my way as well. But I don't know, Omer, did you want a quick 2 or 3 minute QA while we do this, or you just want to keep this page up so people can keep my info?
Yeah, we're going to send this out to everybody following the call. So
Great.
Your info will be on it. And then anybody that reaches out to me, I can put them in touch with you directly. And then if people want to post any messages into the chat, any questions into the chat, I can circle back around after the call and we can follow up. Kyle, you're more than welcome to stay on the call for the remainder of the presentation.
I figured I'd stay on. This is my cell phone. If you want to start a text conversation, by all means, yeah, definitely available.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you again, Kyle,
thanks, Omer.
for this presentation.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's very eye-opening, and it's nice to see what you're doing with the technology. I'm not too privy on all the different providers out there, but as people reach out to you, you can kind of elaborate on some of the differences between your solution and the others out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so that brings us to kind of our second topic here, which is the Verizon wireless tablet offer. So Todd Trinan has been in discussions with his contacts over Verizon Wireless, and he's been very helpful in helping us put together this arrangement. They have 3 tablets that they have offered us, ranging from an 8-inch to a 10-inch tablet here. So what we have here is kind of a matrix of the one-time charges upfront for the tablet, the monthly data plan, which starts at $10 a month, I think, for 100 megs of data, which I think is more than sufficient for the kiosk needs, and then the replacement cost. So these, when a tablet does get, when you are getting a tablet from a data provider like Verizon or Sprint, and something happens to that tablet, it does get damaged or something like that, you have to pay the full replacement cost on those tablets. So it is a little hefty. Your cost is no charge for a Samsung Tablet E, and then $10 a month plus taxes for the data usage, which actually is very good. Just like Sprint, these do require a 2-year contract commitment. They do have insurance available on these tablets as well, which is actually a really good idea considering the heavy usage. So $5 a month with a $19 deductible, you can kind of factor that into your pricing, and it does need to be purchased at activation. And then we've included here the contact for Verizon, Seth Baldwin. So you can email him or call him and let them know that you are an iVision licensee, and they can get you set up with these tablets. There are some, I think Verizon does have a restriction software, like a lockdown software available, so Seth can go into that in more detail. But this is another offer available to you. So as you start exploring your different tablet solutions, we have the Verizon deal, we have the Sprint deal. You can go straight to a retailer and buy from them. But just really giving you the options. And to be quite honest, we're trying to really reposition the kiosk and try to incentivize users to kind of forego the tablet altogether and use their POS system. So as you know, the tablets are a little bit of an issue when they start having problems, and you have to do a lot of tablet support and ongoing support and maintenance for those tablets, Wi-Fi connectivity issues, things like that. So eliminating the tablet altogether, I feel, is going to just make things operate a little bit smoother. It's going to reduce the amount of time and resources that you're spending on servicing these tablets, and they can essentially run the kiosk right from their web-based POS software. So that's another alternative that we are trying to transition many of our clients to doing, so we avoid the extra hardware. All right, drum roll. We have made another acquisition, merger, if you will, and we've been working on this now for a few months. We just solidified everything as of the 1st of November, and we are happy to announce that we have announced a merger with LA Tech Savings. So just to give you a little bit of a background on LA Tech Savings, they're established in 2010, I think that's right. George, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But they have about 100 user accounts across greater LA area, and we are adding 2 new team members to our team here that are joining iVision. So George Goldberg, who is the owner of LA Tech Savings, he is now going to be heading up sales for iVision. And then Lori, who is his account manager, is going to be the new director of client services for iVision. And so there's a lot of value in this transaction for iVision and for LA Tech Savings. Number one, it gave us kind of an instant footprint of local clients, which we don't really have. So iVision, we work with many licensees across the country. Many of our direct clients are located across the country, but we don't really have a good solid footprint of local businesses that are using our kiosk. So this allows us to, instantly have 100 local accounts using the kiosk technology, and we're just one step closer to that activity to see how the kiosk is working for them and be able to enhance that offering based on our clients' usage. Secondly, we're adding 2 new team members, which I think is huge for several reasons. So number one, George is going to be heading up sales, and we've never really had a sales infrastructure here at iVision. We've kind of just relied on leads coming in and referrals coming in, but we're not really actively doing much in the sales side of things. So one thing that George is going to be assisting with is really kind of handling a lot of the sales infrastructure here, which means not only talking to prospects, but also working with resellers and new licensees to strategize and provide guidance and tips and tricks. Those are going to be included in webinars. So we are going to start scheduling more regular webinars that are going to be sales focused. So in the past, we've done webinars like this where we talk about updates. We've talked about, feature enhancements, launches, things like that. But now we're going to start introducing webinars that are going to focus on sales, how to price, how to generate leads and grow your business, how to use referrals to build your business, how to add additional services like the mobile ordering or review management or Wi-Fi hotspots. So there's some ancillary tools there that we can start incorporating to build these additional revenue streams. So George is going to be administering a lot of that. And in general, George brings 7+ years of being in the mobile industry. He came from a competitor of ours, and he had built a substantial business through a competitor of ours for 6 years. And then I was able to reach out to George and encourage him to sign up for our software, which he did about 2 years ago. And in those 2 years, not only did he and Lori become very proficient in the software, but he was also able to convert his entire client base over to using our technology. And now, he's part of our organization. So he's a great case study in terms of building a mobile business and growing it over time. And I'm very happy to have him as part of the team because I think he has a lot of very valuable information and knowledge as it pertains to sales. And so he's going to be sharing a lot of stuff with new licensees that are coming on board that are just looking for that guidance and that insight. And then Lori is going to be on basically assisting with additional customer support. So we have Juliet on the East Coast. Lori is going to be working out of our offices here in LA, and so it's just one other person with very good knowledge of the system that's going to be here to help support you, our licensees, our direct clients, etc. And so if you haven't already talked to Lori in the past, she's great. She knows the system very well. She's been using the system now for 2 or so years. Very knowledgeable, very comfortable with it, and it's just one extra person here to assist all of our clients. So we're really happy about the 2 new members joining our team. They're both available to answer any questions, assist in any way that they can. So when you do call the office, you press 0. They're going to be picking up the phone occasionally as well. So say hi, introduce yourself, and then we're excited to have them as part of the team. All right, system updates. I just wanted to kind of review a few things with everybody as it pertains to some new features that we're in the process or have rolled out. With regards to the kiosk, we have a promotional multiplier feature, and that promotional multiplier feature in the help and support, in the layout and functionality section, excuse me. Let me just get there. So when you're in layout and functionality and you are in the promotional multiplier, the check-in multiplier, which is right here, you can set it for a fixed date and time, or you can set it for weekly recurring. But the weekly recurring, up until now, just had a full day. So you can do, I want to do double check-in points every Monday, but it applied to the full day. Now we actually have the ability to set a specific time, start and end. So if you wanted to do double check-in points only for happy hour from 5 to 8 p.m., then you can now enable those time restrictions on the promotional multiplier. So that's a feature that has been launched in the system, and I know that's been come up a few times. The check-in manager is getting enhanced. Whoops, what's going on there? Is getting enhanced on a regular basis. So I'm not sure what happened to my screen there, but we are every day working to make this thing more powerful. The check-in manager. And so what does that mean? Well, that means a lot of things. We are adding the ability to introduce points to the check-in multiplier. We are adding the ability to just streamline the check-in process if you have multiple check-in buttons. So this is fully functional, but just know that as you're using it, we are enhancing this feature because we do feel it's going to be a very important component moving forward of the kiosk technology. The font preview, I'm not sure if you guys are, if many of you are aware that this exists, but when you are in the kiosk system, let me get back there, I apologize. When you're in the kiosk system and you are customizing the look and feel of the kiosk, we have different font selections here for you. And if you want to see a preview of what these fonts look like, because obviously it's hard to decipher what exactly these look like, you can just hit right here, hit the little link that says font, and you can see a preview of what these different font types look like. And lately I've seen some really impressive kiosks. I think Sean McCartan, you had a really nice looking kiosk. And I mean, the font makes all the difference. So just selecting some of these custom fonts here, really just make this thing look so sharp. And I really encourage you guys to incorporate some of these custom fonts into your kiosk design, because I think it really takes kind of the standard font and it just gives it that extra flavor that makes it look really, really sharp and really pop. So I definitely encourage that. An instant reward. So we have some licensees that want to issue a reward when somebody first joins, and the issue that we've had for the last few months is that the system that issues that reward is a backup process. And so what happens oftentimes is you go to join and you type in your phone number and then you hit view rewards if the button was available, and then no reward is there. So you hit view rewards, but then it's empty. So there's nothing there. And that's because the backup process hasn't ran to issue that reward yet. So we are working on an instant reward feature, which should be ready hopefully by the end of the week, if not early next week. I think it'll be ready by the end of the week. That will allow you to issue a new reward upon entry, and it'll actually push it right in. So it kind of bypasses that backup process and will eliminate that delay. And I know that delay has been kind of a sore spot for many licensees that want to be able to issue a reward initially, and they're apprehensive to do so because of that lag. So the new instant reward feature will eliminate that. So that should be coming soon. So stay tuned for kind of an update on that. The responsive site was launched a year ago. It was launched back in January of this year, and we're going on a year of it being live and functional, and we feel like it is at the point now where it's really no longer in beta. It's very stable. Most licensees are now using the responsive site versus the classic site. So what we are going to be doing here in the next couple weeks, a week or two, is changing the default login to the responsive view, not the classic view. So right now, when you log in, it takes you to the classic platform, and then you have to switch over to the new platform. We're going to switch that. We're going to default it to the responsive view, and then allow you to still click in the classic view if you need to get something done, but the default login is going to go right into the responsive design. So we're really happy with how this site has kind of come out, the functionality. There really aren't issues with it that we know about. If there are, let us know and we'll correct those. But we feel very comfortable now reverting to or moving to the new responsive design. And for those of you still using the classic view, I was stuck in that same boat where I was so comfortable for the last 10 years using the classic view that I was just a little bit intimidated by the new dashboard. But I can tell you, without fail, if you give it 2 days of just only doing stuff in the responsive view, don't log into the classic view, just try to navigate in the responsive view. After 2 days, you're going to forget about the classic platform altogether. So I really 100% feel strongly about that. Just do it, jump in. You'll notice that it's really the exact same thing, only the menu's on the side and not along the top. So if you're still intimidated or apprehensive to do so, just give it 2 days. I promise you, after 2 days, you will not feel any different about this site that you did with the classic view. So I definitely encourage you to start doing that now, because like I said, in the next week or two, we will change the login to go straight to the new platform and not the old platform. And then this has been up for a while, but for those of you that don't know, we did enable you now to duplicate a coupon widget. So for those of you that have created widgets and you want to be able to duplicate that widget without having to create it from scratch and then customize all the elements, now you have a duplicate feature here. You just hit duplicate, and then it pops a new one in there. So that was a nice, easy feature that we were able to crank out pretty seamlessly, and that I think people seem to be using a lot. That's really all we had for you today. So we kept it pretty brief. Covered a few items here. There is a note here: Verizon waives the early termination fee if a client cancels after the 12th month. So that is important to note. Thank you, Todd. Is that on the Verizon deal, if it's been 12 months, you can actually cancel the agreement afterwards without an early termination fee. So that's important to note. Any additional questions can be directed to either Todd or to Seth with Verizon, and they can elaborate on any additional questions you have. That's all I had for everybody today. I really appreciate your time. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat bubble or follow up with us after the call. Thank you guys again for your time today. Like I said, if you want to call and introduce yourself to Lori and George, they're here, and they'll be answering calls as well as we move forward. And then we'll start incorporating some sales-related webinars here in the next few weeks, which I think will provide a lot of value to some of the new licensees that are just getting started, that are still exploring pricing strategy and how to, what businesses to target, what type of businesses, and just the best approach for doing that. So I think George is going to have a lot of really valuable information for everybody. George, did you want to say anything? I'm sorry, I didn't give you an opportunity to say any words.
Yeah, I first of all, hi everyone. Those of you who do not know me, I'm looking forward to talking to you and hopefully meet some of you. I've been in the trenches, so to speak, out in the public venue with selling text messaging for SMS masterminds for a lot of years. I voluntarily came over to iVision for a variety of reasons, which I'll be happy to get into with you on a one-to-one basis. Omer, iVision, Lori, Derek, everybody here is great. I wouldn't have come over if I really didn't feel it would be beneficial to my business. I was made an offer that I couldn't refuse from Omer. I'm looking forward to growing with iVision and helping you grow with iVision. And believe me, anything I can do except for anything on the technical side of things, I'll defer to Omer, I'll defer to Lori, or virtually anybody else. But from the sales end of things, that's what I'm here for. I'll share ideas with you. I welcome your new ideas and suggestions, and let's make a lot of money together. Thanks, Omer.
Okay, thank you, Jordy. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you guys again for your time today. I'll make this webinar available, both the PDF of the PowerPoint presentation and the video. I'll forward off to everybody and also post in the online forum. So thank you again for your time today. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon.